episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth. Now, we are at the Champions League group stage draw. Now, I've played a couple of games in between. I won't tell you what's happened in the... well, they were both against Everton, as you know. But I won't tell you what's happened in them, and you'll find out later in the episode what has happened. But yeah, I thought I'd put this in the episode because I want to show you the draws, because, you know, that's part of the fun of this. So, let's see who we could get. Apparently, there's no sort of seedings and stuff at this part of the draw. So, Ajax, Atletico, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Bruges, Barcelona. Oh, of course, yeah, it's all the ones on this side, 12 ones on that side, surely. This could get a little bit dicey, though, so let's just get straight into it and do the automatic draw. I don't know who we'd want. Oh, I really don't know. Let's find out. Let's just see who we're going to get. So, Bayern Munich, we can't get drawn against them, I don't think. We'll play Barcelona. That's a good tie to get out of the way. Valencia, maybe. I'd take Valencia. Manchester United will get Valencia. International Inter, would that be a tough one? Red Star Belgrade, not Red Star, Real Madrid, please not Real Madrid. Oh, Bruges or Salzburg would be good. Oh, go on, let's have Bruges. Oh no, we can't, can we? Salzburg maybe? I'd love Ajax perhaps? Nope. Go on, give us Salzburg. Go on, Salzburg. Yes, we've got Red Bull Salzburg. Oh baby, that is the plummest tie of the bunch, I have to say. 2 legs against Red Bull Salzburg. We are going to batter them. I'm thinking quarterfinals, guys. That is where we're heading right now. Also, looks like Barcelona or Bayern are going out. Well, not looks like, they are. Atletico or Inter are also both going out, and Juve or City are both going to be... Either one of those will be out. I'd love it if United, Chelsea and City could all go out in this round. That'd be ideal, because I just don't think we're up against it when we come against those guys. If we could avoid them for as long as physically possible, that would be just bloody ideal. Anyway, guys, I will join you in a bit after I've come back. We have been drawn in the FA Cup, by the way. We've been playing against Leyton Orient. So I think I'd rather do the Stoke Premier League game than the third round game against Leyton Orient. I have to say, I think it's probably going to be more entertaining than that one. So yeah, but that's good. It gives us a chance to get as far as we can in the FA Cup this year as well. That's the good thing. And you'll find out how we did in the League Cup when I come back in a couple of minutes. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Bye-bye. Right, guys, we are back. And, right, a couple of ththings to go over, because, of course, we now know the draw for the next round of the Champions League, and that will be against Red Bull Salzburg here, starting in February. So we'll sort out how we're going to do those sort of things when we get a bit closer to it. As you can see here, yeah, Capital One Cup stuff still has yet to be decided, which is a bit weird. Anyway, let's get into the games we have this month. Now, it's been a weird one. This first game, and I said, I've been trying to relax from now on, but if there was one game that was going to really pull your hair out, believe me, it was this one. So, Everton, they came and they attacked us, and they actually did a pretty damn good job of... Sorry, someone said I should turn the highlights speed down, so I'm going to do that, but I won't have it on that during the games because I just can't. It's for highlights, you might want that. So yeah, it was a weird one. Elephant? Everton have got a guy up front called Alexandros Anifantis, I think, and he's quality. He was the one player that was a real threat for them in this game. As you can see, they created some decent chances in this game, and for the early stages of this one, they were completely on top of us. And they're 18th in the Premier League, bear in mind. So we should have been playing better. I think it might have been partly to do with the system, or maybe we just weren't up for it. Poor play from us here to allow him to skip through to the defence and score like that, but Everton led us by a 1-0 after 7 minutes. Now, we took the lead. Sorry, no, we didn't. We equalised, thankfully. We changed a few things around and started to really come at them in the second half. And in the end, who else but Norman Millington proved to be our rescuer? But the fact is, he should have proved to be even more than that. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But first, I'll show you the equalising goal that we got. And we got it nice and, well, not too early, but early enough so that it meant that we could actually have a real chance at winning the game. Garincha here. Like, Robert Gray was fit again for these games, but I was putting him in the reserves to make sure we got full match fitness back before we did anything. You know, I didn't want to risk him getting injured. Again, having bring him back too early, I want to make sure that he's got proper full match fitness for playing a lot of reserve game, or I wanted to rather. You'll see what I mean by that in a bit. Before I throw him into the team, Millington was great here. Goes past one, goes into the space, and just drills it home. Well, I say drill. It was actually quite a nicely placed finish for his 16th goal of the season. Starting to get back into form again, which is good to see. Now, that was it, except it wasn't. 2 things. Like, don't think about this as me getting a little bit annoyed, but remember it was a game a couple of episodes ago where we were so far onside because the ball had actually travelled backwards. We were denied the winner in this one through an identical circumstance. So let's go. What was it? 67th minute I've got listed as the moment of truth, so to speak. We'll go a bit further forward here. Right, let me just put it on elevated so you can see this. I don't normally like to show this, but if I didn't, you'd never believe me. So let's just slow the highlight speed down a little bit. So, basically, it was a relatively similar kind of situation on this one. Millington, again, was denied the goal here, and I just don't understand. I don't fully understand what... Hang on, just speed this thing up a little bit. Oh, we can't do that. That's weird. Sorry about this, guys. Right, here we go. I think it must be on this play. So essentially, the ball is going to come... It's going to go, you know, played in and around, and eventually it's going to get knocked forward by Ivancic. Now, note, when he plays the pass, Millington is in an... Oh, sorry, when the ball is initially played, Millington is in an onside position. But that isn't the most irritating thing about this. So, ball played in, Millington's clearly onside here, and he's quite clearly onside when the ball is headed back to him. So, the ball was headed backwards. And there was like 3 players, and he was behind the ball when it was played to him. So I don't understand how that counted as an offside. So that was a bit stupid, and that was basically what... I mean, I'm not saying that we should have won the game, although, no. Like, but on another day we could have had that, basically. But we didn't, and we have to learn from that. Now, something else that kind of irritated me a little bit is the red card. Now, Vanos got sent off in this game, and he's going to be out for 3 matches. Like, he got a red card and he got a 1-match suspension, and then he served the suspension, and then I got a notification saying that he'd been suspended, not for 2 more matches, just for 2 matches. It didn't say that it was an extension to a ban, it just said that it was a ban. So I was very confused about that one as well. It didn't make much sense to him, but wait until you see what he did. Now, I understand that the game said it was 2-footed, but the problem is, Vanos is running through on goal, and he's in front of the guy when he makes the tackle. Like, he's literally already got the ball at his feet. How is he... And he wins the ball, and I don't understand. Like, I suppose it's just the way that the thing's graphically representing it, but it was just a very frustrating... Because when I saw it on the 2D match engine, I was like, what? Because he was in front of him, so I couldn't understand how he... I thought we'd actually got a booking. Sorry, I thought that we'd got a red card, like, they'd had a man sent off, but they didn't. Really strange, but the point is, you're going to get stuff like this, and you just have to sort of be good and be better. So drop points for us. The first draw of the season for us, unfortunately, but shit happens. In our next game, though, we got our revenge against Everton and booked ourselves a place in the... I put it back on 2D, haven't I? Or have I? I'm trying to remember. Yes, I have, right. Oh, balls! Hate that. Hate that, hate that, hate that. Right, let's try that again. We won't be able to do the match preview now, which is a pain. Christ. So, yeah. We got our revenge and place in the Capital One Cup semi-finals, and we were a lot better again. I played a different system. You'll notice I went with 2 strikers against them in this one, just because I wasn't sure about the system we played against them. You notice that on the right is Michael Campbell, a youngster, played in this one, because we have no right midfielders, although I think Archubi could be retrained to play there, and Lucarelli's, of course, injured still. Marcio, with an absolutely wonderful goal, smashed us 1-0 up here. He and Millington did a good job playing up front together in this one. And obviously 27 minutes into the game, Marcio takes the throw. Ball sort of ricochets around a little bit before being cleared. Verstraeten, of course, playing at the back with Garrincha and Lopez Souza in this one. So not a bad pairing, I have to say. Campbell there nearly gets himself into an opportunity. But again, as you can see, those guys, what a header that is from Garrincha. You know, Robert Gray might be missing. And he, of course, again, I could have played him in this game, chose not to. Millington, what a strike that is for 2-0. I could have played Robert Gray. But again, we just wanted to save him, basically. Make sure that he was fully fit again before he actually started playing any matches for us. And that was crucial to us. Belongo, and, you know, bear in mind, Everton barely had a chance. They didn't have any shots at all at this point, actually. And they did actually get back into the game, oddly, before half-time. This strategy obviously does have its leakiness about it, and there's always going to be holes in it, but it does give us that little bit extra in the right areas against teams that play the way Everton do. And I figured with the way that we played against them in the home game in the league, that we really did need to come up with something special for this game. And, you know, we tried something different and it worked, but we won't be using this strategy that often. I just sort of revert to it when our current tactic doesn't work, basically. You know, I did it against Leicester, but it wasn't enough in the end. Eventually they do get a goal back here. Loads of space, and poor people. I mean, David Gorman. They have a regen called David Gorman, and he absolutely Google whacked that into the goal. So there you go. In the second half, though, we managed to sort of give ourselves a bit more of a cushion and sort of wrap up the game and put ourselves through comfortably to the next round of the League Cup. And that next round is the semi-final. Unfortunately, we have to play Manchester United, probably, unless Charlton beat them. If Charlton beat them, then bloody hell. But it looks like we're playing Man United in the League Cup semi-final over 2 legs, and I really think that's going to be a struggle for us. I really wanted to draw Sunderland. Sunderland will play Stoke in the other semi-final. Disappointing. I would have loved either of those two sides, but you can't always get what you want. But at least Chelsea aren't going to win the League Cup this year. They've won it the last 4 years in a row, but they are out this year, so that's something, isn't it? In the next game against QPR, yeah, basically, what you're seeing there. What am I doing? Next game against QPR? I've just skipped over something impunely massively important. Right, so away at Chelsea, I decided to go with our defensive setup, try to basically sit and nick what we could against them. They were pretty decent for the first part, then they really just didn't have much in front of goal. And right on the stroke of half time, with our basically our only chance of the game at this point, we just took our opportunity. It was very, very strange. I mean, I wanted to see if we could nick a point here, because I was thinking, well, coming up to half time, it's 0-0. Maybe we can nick a point from this game. But we've shown a lot of strength, and to win here was just quality. We've won at Chelsea and at City now, and that's starting to fill me with a bit more confidence. Archubi's ball in, cleared away, but it's going to come back to him, dinks it to the far post, and who should be there but Norman Millington. Getting some more goals this month. His 19th of the month, not 19th of the month, that would be impressive. 19th goal of the season for himself. Made it 1-0. Then literally just after half-time, an amazing turn of events led to this. Ball into the box, cleared away. Comes back, of course, through Tony Ivančić. Vanos, this is the game that he played because he'd served his 1-match ban, so he was able to play in this one. And then he got another ban for some reason on top of it. Millington, as you can see there, pouncing on the mistake to make it 2-0 to Portsmouth here at Stamford Bridge. And it's not the first time we've won at Stamford Bridge, remember, but this is definitely our best win there. Then Chelsea did manage to get back in the game, and I was disappointed with our defending on this one, and potentially the goalkeeping as well was a little bit poor. I felt that he maybe could have come out a bit quicker, because it's one of those ones that's right in front of his nose, basically, eventually when the ball's going to come back to them, out on this right-hand side, because it's one of those needlessly long highlights again, unfortunately, guys. A terrible pass there, and I kind of felt that something was going to go wrong once that ball was played. Not a good ball. Eventually it's going to come back out to Azpilicueta, who was sort of the best player when he came off the bench. Whips this one in, but it's right in front. Oh my god, how long is the highlight? It is an Azpilicueta cross, and eventually it will be an Azpilicueta cross, basically. So yeah, here we go. Azpilicueta's cross. Whips it right in front of our goalkeeper. Come on now. Bigger Bolongo. You're bigger than that. You're better than that. Riyad Bekar puts it in the back of the net. But so then I was a little bit worried. We were obviously on defence the entire game, so the strategy didn't really change much. But Millington was just great here. Ball through. Terrible defending from Chelsea. Vanos is in here, and he scores a goal to make it 3-1 to Pompey with his 7th goal of the season. He's been bloody great. So there you go. 3-1 Pompey. Away win at Chelsea, and suddenly we're right back up in the battle. Not for the league, but for the second spot, basically. In our next game... Now, see, Robert Gray was fit again for the Everton game, but I didn't play him in any of these matches because I didn't want to get him injured. So after enough time had passed, so we gave him an extra 2 weeks of reserve team games, comes back in against QPR today, and yes, that's right, guys, he's injured again. And when I say injured, I mean torn hamstring 3 months out injured again. So we're going to be missing Rob most of the season, basically, and that is a horrific problem. That's 2 long-term injuries he's got in the same season. Oh, disappointing. Santos deflecting one in off the bench. Millington actually had a goal disallowed in this one wrongly as well in the 17th minute. I would be going on about it, but the fact is we won the game anyway, so it's essentially irrelevant. But Millington, Santos was great in this one. It's his first. It's one of the first times since he's been back that he's been the savoury a few times, but against QPR I always worry, and look at you always have to worry. This is one of those ones where he's just in the right place at the right time. Big tackle from Lopez Sousa there, comes to Archubi, who's also been brilliant. Millington now loses out very, very easily, actually. Borja Gomez out wide to Connor Barnes, long down the field to Santos, who, well, does what he does best, unfortunately. This time just didn't quite manage it, though. But we're always first to that ball, though. Ivančić is thankfully filling in a bit for Robert Gray in those positions. Gomez here slips it through. Good hit from Archubi. Well saved. On the rebound, Santos finishes things off to score his 2nd goal of the match and his 5th goal of the season. He's done well, coming back in, scoring goals, creating goals, getting good ratings. It's what Santos do. And 2-0 win over QPR, clean sheet is always important. And our last game of the month, we went to Cardiff City. Now, I was a little bit worried because without Robert Gray, it just felt like, but it doesn't matter because Against Cardiff, I went out there and said, right, let's just go for it. Played a normal style tactic, and Norman Millington, just what a player. He's now got 18 goals in 18 league matches. It's just phenomenal. He just incredible. The first one was a bit of luck. It ricocheted into his path, but he still had to take the shot on. And those of you saying he was falling out of form, well, he is back there. 21st goal of the season, and his that was his 16th goal in the league as well at that point. But he wasn't done. Just a few minutes later, long ball downfield from Vega, because Bolongo picked up a knock in the game against QPR. We had quite a few people pick up knock. Borja Gomez was also absent as a result of it. Archubi's ball in, lovely cross, and Millington dispatches it for 2-0. And his 22nd goal of the season. I think this could be the year, potentially, that he maybe betters that 43, I think is the record. Santos this time with the corner, out to Afterat, who takes a great touch, goes past his man, drops it in for Millington, sets himself with one touch, smashes it in with the other. 3-0 after 35 minutes. I then went defensive, said, come on then, break us down. We kept the clean sheet, got ourselves another good win, and we are solid as a rock at the moment, and that is what I like to see. So, this is how the league's shaping up at the moment. There were some dropped points. City actually dropped points at Fulham, oddly. And as a result of that, they found themselves 2 points behind us. So Man United top with 49 points from... look, they've drawn one game and won 16 out of 17. I didn't even notice the draw. So they're 5 points clear of us, with a game in hand, could potentially be 8 points clear, which is amazing, because we're in essentially title-winning form ourselves. But hey, City and Chelsea then in behind there on 42. There is now a 9-point gap back to Arsenal, which is good, because all we really need to do, of course, is keep getting into the Champions League each season, because that's what we're trying to win. But because I just don't think we're ever going to be able to win the Premier League. It would just look, I thought we've done bloody brilliantly this season, and we're still going to be like 8 points behind United. So that's good. Forest and Burnley are doing great as well, which is nice to see. Stoke, Liverpool are starting to approach things a little bit better now. As you can see, Fulham down at the bottom, though, with 8 points from 18 and have not won a single match. They did take a point off City, though. QPR right down there, too, with Brighton. Look at that. Leicester have got 18 points from 18 games and are 12th in the league. So there you go. Millington, of course, top scorer in the league. Lopez Sousa with the best average rating, interestingly. Millington with the most man of the match award. Santos has yet to sort of catch up on those ones yet. I still feel that he will do in the end, though. Top goal scorer, Norman Millington, 23 in 28. Vanos, of course, with 7, which is good. He is now back again today. His ban is finally finished. Assists-wise, Archubi now has 9 assists. Very, very good. That's what I'm talking about. I want Archubi, Santos, and Vanos to be sort of getting, like, at least sort of 12, 13 assists each. That's what I'm looking for here, and frankly, they're on the way to it. Santos has already got himself 6 assists, so good for him, and 5 goals. Most player of the match awards, Millington has 8, Archubi, and then look, Santos has already got 3. He's catching up, guys. He's bearing down on you. Yellow cards, Ivancic has 9, which is the most. Red cards, Ivancic, Vanos, and Verstraeten have all been red carded, which isn't great. Average rating, as you can see, Santos has already taken his throne back as the highest average rating across the board, and I think he'll probably catch up and win the Premier League title for that as well. Key aerial challenges is Pedro Miguel Lopez Sousa. Verstraeten's right in there as well, but Millington's doing decent as well. Key passes now, Vanos 84, Archubi 77, and Santos is slipping into third there with 43. I'm certain he will catch them and overtake by the end of the season. Key tackles, 23 for Lopez Sousa and 21 for Gray. Interceptions now, Miguel Lopez Sousa has the most, and Ivancic is up there, but that's because they played a lot more games than Gray. And Santos, £28 million, just an incredible player. He has actually made a mistake leading to a goal, which is a little bit worrying. But just, wow, look at the stats on him, and they're going up even more. His free kick taking and corners have gone up, leadership, vision and work rate have gone up, agility and balance have also gone up. I just think, look at that face. That is a face of a dependable man. He's like you could just gaze into his eyes and just stare at him for... Sorry, guys, I've got a bit of a sidetrack there. Right, let's go into the team selection, since we've already missed everything else. Right, let's... sorry about that, Santos. Let's see, what can we do? Garincha, is that wide straight and... There's a lot of games at the moment, and it's costing us a little bit, because we don't have, like, with Gray injured and Lucarelli injured, it's costing us a little bit, I have to say, and that's disappointing. But, wow, McAvoy on the bench. Kumalo is actually starting to get some bench time, which I guess, instead of me being, wow, well done, mate, when you're looking at that, you're thinking, okay, probably need to sign some more players at some point. But, hey, we don't really have the money for that at the moment. We'll wait for the summer. So let's get into this, then. Vanos, Archubi, Santos, after that in the middle. Norman Millington up front, I mean, we have to win against Stoke, really, don't we? I don't know what type of system they're going to play. The formation thing on the screen all the whole time to see other people. I don't like doing split screen. I like to see the full game, and it's just the way I play the game. Which is turn the highlights up slightly, put them onto 2D Classic. Unless there is a way of displaying something else there, which I don't know how to at the moment, and I don't want to faff around doing it in the middle of the video. So they go 4-5-1. Savitsky, Coutinho, Kuro, Hughes, Salat, Franson, Rafael, Bazoa, Zahirovic, Brooks. Interestingly, no Ronaldo. I think he might have finally retired, guys. Then again, he's like 40, so yeah, I think we'll give him that. Let's just do a few change-a-roonies here. See what we've got. I'd like to see Millington get a couple more goals today, but you know, he's done so superbly well already. One thing I do want to just see is yeah, I don't know how to change what displays in the middle of the thing. I'll have a look in a sec and see if I can switch it to maybe their opposition. Balls! That was too quick. Early highlight, it would seem. Hopefully it's not for them. Vancic or Santos could sneak in there. He has, and he's played a great ball for Millington. Goes round the goalkeeper. Please just... Oh, Millington, the goal was gaping. Big Norm. Messing it up there. Right, okay. I wish we could show both teams' formations. We'll try that out. I mean, I don't know how important that's going to be in these sort of games, but you just never know. It might allow me to see some changes if they are made, because it generally runs a bit too fast for me to say, oh, Van Os is through here. Go on, one touch and shoot. Good save from Begovic. Great start from Pompey. Absolutely perfect start, except for the lack of goals, but we have started off incredibly well in the first 3 minutes here. 2 clear-cut chances in the first 3 minutes. Oh, another one here. Santos to the edge of the area. Van Os maybe to go with a long shot here. Comes inside a little bit. Will he shoot? No. Drops it short for Archubi. Millington drops it down for Van Os. Good touch first time. Will he get it out of his feet and shoot? Good tackle in the end. Stoke are definitely on the back foot here. They're not the team they were after it. That's poor. And Ivancic will immediately win that. Garincia's done well, though. Lopez Souza. Marcelo Archubi. Is there someone making a run? Millington around the corner for Van Os. He's in space, and it's 1-0 Portsmouth. And that has been coming like crazy. Van Os is an incredible player. He just... makes those... it's almost like playing 2 strikers at times with the runs he makes, and that's why I think it's great, because he does do his fair share of defensive work as well, which is good. So 1-0 after 9 minutes there, and domination so far essentially, and Savitsky could have been in there to equalise and give them a rare glimpse at goal. Another corner for Santos, out to the edge of the area for Van Os again here. Will he strike it? Goes back for Archubi. Will he strike it? It's through the mess, and it's Ola after that for 2-0 Pompey. With his 6th goal of the season, so he's doing bloody well as well. It's because he's so versatile after that, you know, being able to play in quite a few positions from the left to the centre, and even more advanced than that. He's so useful to have. Took him a while to break into our team, but now that he has, he's quality. And Pompey 2, Stoke 0. Good start for us so far. After I can bring this downfield. No, you can't. Van Os might be able to win this, though. Brooks has got it. Nice effort, though. We need someone to push out and make an interception. This is where Robert Gray is so useful. He hoovers up anything that drops in behind Ivancic, basically. Robert Gray has just... he hoovers it up, and I like having 2 of those types of players. Franson's ball in. Savitsky, oh, that's a great tackle, I think, actually, from Garincia to deny them there. Stoke will come back into this a little bit now. Here we go, Santos. He probably could have brought that down, mate. Millington might be able to play it back to him, though. Santos could take his man on. Does. Will he have a little run, or will he just... no, he's going for it. Oh, good tackle in the end by Brooks there, who I believe used to play for Spurs in this save, but has now joined Stoke City, interestingly. First half an hour, what? I didn't even... oh. We're not getting good luck with injuries lately, I have to say. We've been getting a lot of injuries. Again. But thankfully we've got other players. It's just disappointing that we have to keep rotating the squad so much because of all the injuries. And I think that's what's going to stop us from getting a real good run at the league at the moment, is just those injuries that we've got. Gomez, can he slip a ball through? Goes for Van Os. Oh, goes back to Barnes. Has Barnes got across him? No. Gomez, long shot perhaps? Short for Van Os. Archubi, and it is 3-0 to Portsmouth there. Augusto Archubi with his 6th goal of the season. We've just got goals in us, people. All sorts of goals. And yeah, I mean, we're playing in the early kickoff, I think, so it would actually put us just 2 points behind Manchester United, albeit, you know, not really relevant with their 2 games in hand, but I'd rather have the points on the board. And to get 47 points in the first half of the season is an absolutely absurd amount. Just to put that into perspective, 47 points from our first half of the year means that if we were to do the same thing in the second half of the season, we would finish the season with 94 points. You couldn't not win the league with 94 points, but if Man United keep playing the way they are, there's every chance we could win the league with some stupid amount of points. Sorry, could not win the league. I think I just said that, but it doesn't matter. 3-0 up at half-time. All is well. Couple of changes made. Are they going to change their tactic? I think they have, but I didn't get much of a chance to really see it. So we're going to switch to our defensive tactic, like we did against Cardiff, at 3 up now. No use in messing around. Yeah, they have changed to a sort of, looks like a flower type of system. 2 more changes for them, substitutions-wise. We will close down Bam Frampson. But now that we're set in our ways, essentially, defensively, they're going to have to do a lot more work to try and break us down. Santos has lost the ball there from Rudiger. That's disappointing from him. Salah. Don't give him a goal back too early, though. If you are going to give them a goal, I'd prefer to keep the clean sheet, actually. But there we go. Well done, Marcelo. No. So what we've done there is win the ball and then immediately lose it again. Ball in again. And I mean, Belongo did well to make the initial save, but nothing about that. Nothing stopping that second one. They've created some decent chances in this game. I was disappointed with Marcelo there. He should have done better. Once he won the ball, just clump it downfield. We have nothing about playing out from the back, so he should be doing better. We'll wait till about 70 to make our second sub, so to speak. Who should we bring in? This is the issue that we're facing in these games. It's who to bring on. I'm thinking Marcio. And he needs game time to keep improving. Pipoca joins the club tomorrow, which is going to be awesome. To have that third option as a striker is just glorious for us, because we have been lacking that since Burrell left. But we haven't needed it, thankfully, since we've had no injuries to either Millington or Marcio. I'm on pause. So that is at least something. What else can we make? We've got one more substitution available. Who should we actually just wait till after this highlight, because if they get a goal back now, it could actually be a little bit worrying for the last few minutes of this game. We're on the defensive setup. We should be strong enough to avoid conceding 3 goals with it, especially when we've been so good in this game. I'd be frustrated with our play because this system has worked really well. Oh, no, don't let them... Oh, it's a tight angle. Oh, God, damn it. That's bad. Guys, come on now. This is poor defending. We were 3-0 up in this game, and this defensive strategy's worked perfectly in every other game, unless Stoke have just found the answer to it. But look how many players we've got back. He's ghosted right through his body. Wow, that's impressive. I want a player that can do that. God, we're knackered here. I'm going to have to bring Verstraeten on for Lopez Sousa just because he's knackered, and we need some fresh legs at the back. Don't let them have another goal. We've been good enough to win this game. A 3-3 draw would be a piss take. But at least it's got a bit of excitement to it. Come on, guys. I don't want to go any more than defensive. Contain is just inviting the pressure. Oh, come on. Don't give them anything from this. Don't give them the satisfaction. Oh, hello. Maybe we're going to get something instead. Van Os to the edge of the area. Good strike, and it's well blocked, but it's in the back of the net anyway from Garrincha. Pompey 4, Stoke City 2, and that's, poor defensively from us, actually, to let them have 2 goals there after we've switched to our shutting up shop tactic. But we've gone and scored for ourselves anyway, and that's all that matters. A great hit from Van Os here. Good save, but poor defending to allow it to drop to Garrincha, and it's 4-2. And that's another good win for us in the league. So we're still ploughing through them, First half of the season, to have 47 points on the board is an absolutely ridiculous amount, and I'm massively pleased to have it. Plus, we've played Chelsea, Manchester City and Manchester United all away from home. Every time we've played them so far, we've played the away games in the first half. We've got the home games against them all in the second half of the season, which is beautiful. And we've taken, 6 points from them as well. So, hey, you never know. Maybe there is a chance of us still challenging for the title this year. I just think that it's a bit of a far-fetched one. With the way United have played, I fully expect them to win 18 out of their first 19 games. I'm pretty sure they'll go into the halfway stage with 55 points. They're almost certainly going to get more than 100 this year. Van Os has been superb. 2 assists and a goal. Santos, despite getting no assists or goals, still got an 8.6. That's how he rolls. Oh, what a player he is. Right, so there we go. It was the early kickoff, so... Actually, I'll tell you what we can do. If there are other games today, which there aren't actually because it's Tuesday, what we're talking about, and Norwich and Brighton drew. So here's how the league's shaping up now. We've scored 48 goals as well, which is not bad. Has to be said. Plus 33 goal difference. We're doing our best, basically, and on another season, this is like title-winning performance worthy. But hey, it doesn't matter. We just need to keep on pushing. I'll take second this year. If it's a step up the way I'd see it, and it's another year of Europe. Plus, I want to see how far we can take the Champions League, because I think we are capable of beating anyone over two legs at the moment. Hopefully, we'll get maybe a bit of luck by avoiding the likes of United and City, perhaps for a little while, and just see what we're capable of in Europe. I really want to give it a crack at winning the Champions League this year. We just need a trophy this year. We have to win something. So there we go. So guys, in the next episode, now, let's see how things are. We've got... Wow, we've actually got 2 games against Man United in a row there with the Capital One Cup games. In fact, well, it's going to be the home leg against Manchester United in the Capital... Or should it be the City game in the league? This is a tough one now, guys. It is at home. I'm tempted, you know, to do Manchester City in the league instead of United in the semi-final, because it is a really crunch league game that could put us in a strong position for that, to earn that second spot. I haven't decided yet. You'll find out in the next episode. So guys, if you like what you're seeing, please drop a like on the video, and if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and Red Star Belgrade in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock, and I'll see you guys in the next episode for either a game against City or United. Bye bye.